back with another video. As y'all see by the title, I am going to be telling y'all a story time of how I met my first love. Y'all, you want to be in my business so bad. But I'm going to let y'all be in my business, this time, So, before we get into this story time, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, send this to a friend or a family member. Before I get into the actual story time, I want to let y'all know how everybody, is related so nobody gets confused because it can get confusing. So, we had moved into this neighborhood and, we was there, I'll say, about 2 years before I even knew this man existed. So, I was in the 8th grade. He was in 8th grade as well. We was going to 2 separate middle schools. But we had younger siblings that went to the same school. So I had 2 little sisters and a brother that went to the same school as his 2 little sisters and his brother. So every morning I would walk them to their bus stop Monday through Friday. They never mentioned they had an older brother. They never mentioned anything about him. So I'm thinking, they the only siblings because they never mentioned no other siblings. So, I would walk them to the bus stop every morning to the point where it was like a daily routine. So his siblings would come to my house early in the morning before we get ready to walk to the bus, and I would just walk all of them. And like I said, they never mentioned they had an older brother. So I would walk them to the bus stop, wait till they get on the bus, and then I would go home and get myself ready. Now let's get into the actual story time of how I met him. So, like I said, we both was in the 8th grade, but we was going to 2 separate middle schools. I didn't know he existed. So it was the last day of 8th grade, and we go home, and it got to the point where I told y'all, all my siblings, friends and stuff used to come to our yard because that's just how strict our mother was. She was in those brothers okay, her children can go out and go to this person's house, they could be on this street, they could be running wild. My mama wasn't like that. She was real strict and overprotective. Her kids had to stay in the yard. She didn't know it was a no. You can come to our yard anytime you wanted to. So we get home from school, whatever, and my siblings go outside. All the other kids knew what time my siblings would be outside. So they go outside or whatever, and then at the time I had a sister that stayed across the street. So she texts me and she come outside. I come outside or whatever. We sit on the porch, we talking, this and the third. And next thing you know, his siblings started coming outside. So while we was outside, the little kids always asked for us to come outside, but I was around the edge, so it was boring, nothing for me to do. I'm outside, his sister Zai, since you outside, can you be the judge of our dance competition? So I'm like, okay, cool, I'll be the judge. She runs home and she go grab a phone because her own music that she wanted to battle to. So I'm like, okay, so she comes back with, this little, it was a grayish phone or whatever. I think it was a Samsung or something like that. But she came back with a phone and she started playing her music. She started battling. And we okay. So after we judged them or whatever, they let's play tag. So the kids started playing tag or whatever. So around this time, the older kids see that, me and my sister outside. So they starts to come into our yard. So we all, talking so like this. Still, by this time, I still didn't even know she had a big brother because he was never outside. I was never outside. So if he did come outside, I never seen him. I remember this specific night, we went into the house around 11:30-ish to 12 because, we was outside playing and stuff. So my mom was like, I'm going to let y'all stay out a little bit longer. I remember this because this was the only night that we stayed out till 12 in the morning. So we run around the house. Our backyard had a bunch of leaves. The backyard was very spacious and it was pitch black dark around this time. So we started playing tag around the house. Everybody was running around the house. So when my mama came to the door and she was like, all right, y'all, it's getting late. It's about, 12 in the morning. Y'all start cleaning up, coming in. So boom, we started cleaning up. So y'all, I didn't go in the house until I had everybody out the yard and the yard was clean. I seen everybody, leaving the yard and going down the street. I proceeds to go into the house. So I goes in the house. I'm like, Zai, I'm gonna run to the store real quick. So she was like, make sure your siblings, continue to take their baths. Because when we came in, dinner was ready. We showered. And then, we chilled till we go to sleep. So, boom, I'm making sure my siblings and them, getting in the tub or whatever. And my mama goes outside. So, mama called me. She like, Zai. I'm like, ma'am. She like, E still out here looking for a phone. I'm like, huh? She like, yeah, E still out here in the dark looking for a phone. I said, looking for a phone. What phone? Didn't click in my head like phone she went to go get from the house to play the music. So as I saw, my mama was sitting in the driveway until I came outside, and she was like, I'm finna run to the store real quick and be right back. So my mama ran to the store, and I'm asking him, like, you know, you can't go in and, like, I'll look for the phone and, you know, bring it to you. Because remind y'all, it's pitch black, dark. You couldn't see nothing. Even with the flashlight on my phone, you couldn't see shit. So I'm like, I can't search for the phone and then, you know, bring it to you. She was like, she need her phone. So I'm like, okay, no problem. I'm gonna help you. Because, like, at the end of the day, I look at her as a sister to have her outside looking for a damn phone by herself. So I turned the flashlight on, and we all in the backyard, to my all between the leaves looking and shit. And, like, we don't search the yard about a good 3, 4, 5 times. So I'm like, you know, I can't just bring it to you, or we could try this again in the morning. But be like, you know, I need my phone now. I need my phone now. So I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. I said, let's go check the backyard again. So next thing you know, we go check the backyard again. Started off from, you know, the right side of the house, which is on the side, and then we goes through the whole backyard, through leaves and bushes. And then when you come up on your left, it's some bushes with a window, and that's my mama's room. And we had literally did a whole 360 around the yard again, which, you know, we ended up back in the front yard. So we see her little brother, which is the brother she go to school with, which is, you know, my Firstlove little brother. So he like, you know, it's late. Mama said it's time to come in the house. So she like, okay, I'm looking for my phone real quick. So he like, no, mama said that you can, you know, look for it in the morning. Just get in the house because it's late. She was determined to find her phone. So I'm like, you know, I'm going to just help her. Point now we're looking all in the bushes that's in front of the house. And we like, you know, where the hell is the phone? We trying to backtrack the steps and everything else. And I'm like, you know, we ran around this house 100 times playing chase. There's no telling where the phone is because it's pitch black dark. It's leaves everywhere. It's grass everywhere. I know we overlooking the phone, but we can't see. So she wanted to look around the yard again. So I'm like, okay, we're going to look around the yard. So my mama pulls up. I'm like, you know, y'all said I found the phone. I'm like, no, ma'am. So my mama, like, she tried looking the bush that was in front of the house for a little bit. And then she didn't see it. So I proceeded to help her with, you know, looking for the phone. So again, we went around the whole yard. And then by this time, we still like in the back of the yard, finna get ready to come up on the left side where the bush is at. When we goes and look farther to the back, like by this time we going like close up to the gate with the flashlight, like all in the grass. So when we proceeded to go, you know, back up to the front of the house, a bike's rolling with a boy on it. So like I said, never seen this boy a day in my life. Don't know who he is. Never seen him. Nobody never spoke of him. So he rolled up on the bike, and the first thing I say is, who is you? Get the hell out my yard. He was like, that's my little sister. I said, I don't give a damn who she is. I said, I don't know you, so you can get out my yard. That's what I said. And he was like, I ain't going nowhere without my sister. So I was like, if I push your ass out and make you get out, I bet you get out. So he laughed it off. So he was like, Mama said it's time to get home. It's late. So she was like, I'm trying to find the phone before I go in. And he was like, don't worry about it. We'll find it tomorrow. She was like, no, I want to find it now. Like, she was very determined to find her phone. So I'm just standing right there, you know, in the middle because he telling E to come on, and E like, hell no, I'm going to find my phone. You going to wait. And he like, I said, come on, because Mama said it's getting dark. So get your ass in the house. So I'm in the middle like, what we doing? Is we going to continue to look for the phone? Is we going to get up extra early and look for the phone? I don't know. So we went to looking a little bit more until we ended up in, you know, the front of the yard again. So by this time, we looked so many times, we can't find the phone. It's nothing to do because it ain't doing nothing but getting darker. She's still like scanning the front of the yard, this and third, which is understandable because baby, if it was my phone too, I'm finna look too until I find them because that's a phone. So she kept looking this and third, and then by this time, her little brother that she go to school with had came back down, and he was standing by a mailbox. And her big brother, which is my Firstlove, went and stood by him with the bike. And he had a basketball in his hand. So he was like, I said, come on. Phone is getting late. She was like, bro, let me find the phone first. Let me find the phone first. She like, man, come on. So that I think he said something about, and what you looking at? But he said it in like a playful way. And me, I'm like, what the hell you looking at? You looking at me. So he was like, yeah, okay. And I'm like, yeah, all right. He said something about throwing his basketball at me. And I was like, throw it, you ain't gonna have a basketball no more. So then we finally convinced her to, like, you know, just go on home, and then we gonna, you know, look for it in the morning. She goes to walk out the yard down the street to go home, and he starts to follow her, but he's slowly following her, but he's still like saying little smart comments to me. So we both thought it was funny. I go in the house, and I'm in the house thinking like, where the hell he come from? Because nobody never mentioned him. Like, we've been here about 2 years. They've been going to school, and she never mentioned she had a big brother. So I'm like, okay, cool. Left it alone. Next day was a Saturday, and I got up early and searched the yard looking for the phone. No, I didn't find the phone. Now, this day, he did not come back to our house. I don't know if, you know, they went somewhere or they just didn't come back outside for that day. I don't know. But they ended up not coming to our house that day. So, you know, I just went back in the house. So comes Sunday, it's the day, you know, we have church. So I got up early as we was getting ready for church, and I went outside and searched the yard looking for the phone. So y'all, I'm searching the yard, kicking the leaves and stuff until I ended up coming across the phone. So I tell mom, like, I'm finna go, you know, walk this to their house, and I'm gonna be back so, you know, we can get ready to go to church. My mom like, okay, cool. So I go to their house. It was like 8:15. I'm knocking on the door. I was knocking on the door for a good 10 minutes. Nobody answered the door, so I assumed they were still asleep. So I goes back to the house. I hand my mama the phone. I was like, you know, nobody answered the door, but just in case they come while we in church, here comes the phone. She put it up. Boom. We goes to church. So we get out around like 2, and then we get to the house like around 3-ish. Like 3:05, maybe 3:10. So we get to the house, and as we riding past, you know, their house, we see them outside. They knew we went to church, so they knew what time we get out. So we see them, you know, starting to come to our house. Okay, so mama hand her phone. They go in the house. So like I said, my siblings goes outside because, you know, I ain't go outside unless, you know, the older kids ask with me. So I told mom, like, I want to walk to the store, you know, get some snacks. She like, okay, cool. So we had a Speedway that was next to us, and I had walked to Speedway with my sister that y'all always, you know, see around me, Mari. Me and her had walked to Speedway. So we went to go get some slushies and stuff. We get back from the store. We see Heron walking. So he told us, like, all right, I'm finna get ready to come to your house, this, that, and the third. So when I goes into my house, the minute I walk in the house, my sister across the street texts me and say, come outside. So I come outside. We sit on the porch. We talking, this, that, and the third. Now, y'all, this is where it gets funny. This right here is where it gets funny. So me and my sister sitting on the porch, and we talking. Next thing you know, we see Heron come around the corner. But Heron not by himself. Heron with this tall ass boy with the same basketball that I just seen the night E was looking for her phone. So I'm like, is that the same boy? So boom, Heron goes to our neighbor yard, which was Mr. Johnny. You know, God rest his soul. But Mr. Johnny was a cool dude. He had a basketball court that he used to let the neighborhood kids come play with. He just don't tear stuff up, and he was good. So here he don't even come directly to our yard. He spoke to us, but he did not come into the yard like he usually do. He goes over there to our neighbor's yard and played basketball with the boy he came around the corner with. Now, mind y'all, we live in a cul-de-sac. So we know everybody that stay in this cul-de-sac. Not one time have I ever seen this boy. Never. Nobody never mentioned him. Nobody, nothing. So next thing you know, they shooting basketball, whatever. But while we talking on the porch, I'm looking up to my sister about the night E had lost her phone. And I was like, you know, she had a big brother. And then she was like, nah. So I'm telling her about that night, and I'm like, that looked like him. So as I'm staring at him, he would like glance at me and have the biggest smile on his face. So I'm like, what the hell? That gotta be him, because why else would he just be looking at me smiling? So my sister like, oh, and I'm like, don't start. Please don't start. Please don't start. Y'all, if I go on Snapchat, I can show y'all the video of when I was recording him. You know, this moment I'm telling y'all about. So I'm like, you know, that looked like, you know, her brother. So E being messy as hell, standing over there with her brother. And then she runs into the yard and she like, Zah, my brother like you. He said you cute. So I'm like, who is your brother? Trying to play stupid. She goes and points. She like, him right there is playing basketball. Him right there. He throwing the ball. I'm like, you know, I'm blushing hard as hell because I'm not gonna lie. Like, come on now. So I'm like, you know, whatever. So she like, what you say? You like him too? Yes or no? I just laughed it off. I never gave her a real answer. So I don't know what she ran over there and told him, but then she comes back and she like, my brother say, what's your Instagram or your Snapchat or your kit? I'm like, damn, he want all my social media. So she was like, come on, what is it so I can get it to my brother? So I bust out laughing, but I didn't say a name. So she kept, what is it? What is it? So I never forget, I made up a line and said that my kid name Ling_01 because everybody used to be like, I had some chinky eyes. So that's just the quickest name I came up with. Look, and she was gonna go run to him. She turned around, she said, that ain't your damn kick name. She was like, for real, what is your kick name? My brother like you. So y'all, this around the time what kick was like, I'm talking about popping, like I'm talking about everybody was on kick. So me still playing, I never gave up my kick name. So my sister being messy on the side of me, she gonna yell to him to my, you wanna come into the yard? He like, yeah. So she was like, come into the yard. I'm like, why would you do that and you supposed to be my sister? Like, is you good? So he comes into the yard and he sits on my porch and he like facing directly at me. And I'm like, what the hell? So then he gets up and he comes to me and my sister and he like, so what is your kick? I'm like, Ling_01. And so he like, that is not your kick name. If I look it up, so your profile gonna pull up. I'm like, yeah. He like, bro, you playing? So we sitting on the porch and, you know, we just talking, you know, communicating, ask each other questions and that and third. Then y'all, you know, we cracking jokes or whatever, you know, everybody, you know, vibing. So then it was time for, you know, us to go in. I was ready to go in. It was hot, sweaty, itchy, this, that, and the third. So boom, I'm like, you know, I just got done with dinner. You start cleaning up the yard or whatever. And, you know, my siblings and them start going in. So the only people that's left outside is me, my first love, and my sister. So he like, so you're not gonna give me that kick? So my sister like, give it to him, give it to him. Like, bro, whose side you on? Why are you being so messy? So remind y'all, he had this basketball that, you know, he was playing basketball with. So he was like, can you hand me my basketball? And I was like, no, I'm gonna keep it. You gonna keep it? I was like, yeah. He was like, you can keep it, but I'm gonna come back for it tomorrow. I said, okay, but in the back of my head, I'm like, I'm gonna keep it just so you can come back tomorrow so I can see you. So he like, yeah, you keep it. So I'm like, I'm gonna sign my name on it. He like, yeah, go ahead and sign your name on it. So I'm like, you for real? You don't care if I sign my name on it? He was like, nah. He was like, sign your name on it. Tomorrow I want to see your name on the ball. He proceeds to go down the street to go home. I go in the house. Y'all, not tell y'all, I was blushing hard as hell. I had that basketball. I was like, get it sexy. Get it sexy. I got a Sharpie marker and I put, you know, my name clear as day with a heart on the side and I put it in my room. So remind y'all, I didn't give him my kick, so it was no way for us to text. So I'm like, dang, I should have gave him my kick, you know, this, that, and third. So I'm just sitting there thinking, I'm like, oh my goodness. Y'all know how y'all is when y'all be blushing by somebody. So I'm just sitting there like, you know, like, oh my goodness, he just too fine. Next day come. And, you know, everybody, you know, finna start coming to our house, you know, to come chill or whatever. So me and my sister walked to the store again. On the street that we walked to, we had a homeboy named Donovan, but he never, you know, came. He came to our house probably like a total of like 3 times. He always stayed in the house. So we see him out there and he said something about he was going to give, you know, my first love my kick. And I'm like, how do you know? And he was like, I'm like, how do you even know what's going on? He like, oh, Hearing had told him. So I'm like, bruh, y'all can't do me like that. Like, it seen Hearing that day and he was coming back from the store with his brothers. He was like, if you get a new kid message from today, he was like, it wasn't me. It was Donovan. So at the time, I'm lost. I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? So I gets home, y'all. I'm someone is typing. So I look and I look at the profile. Guess what it is? It's Firstlove. So he like, you know, what's up with you? I'm like, how you get my kick? He like, oh, Donovan and Hearing gave it to me. I'm like, bro, what the hell? Like, y'all couldn't let me, you know, get chased for a little bit. Y'all couldn't let him chase me for a little bit. Like, what is wrong with y'all? Y'all so messy. So then, you know, we go to talking or whatever, and I had asked him, like, you know, why we never seen you this and third, and he was like, oh, you know, I'm always in the house or playing basketball. I don't really be outside. I'm like, okay, same thing. So he was telling me stuff like he had been seeing me, and I'm like, when in the hell? Because I never seen you. So he was like, when I used to walk to my bus stop in the morning and like coming from my bus stop to go home, he used to see me every time. The school he was going to, I believe he said got out before, you know, any other, you know, middle school. So he was home like around 2, and he was like, when I used to walk by, he would see me, I guess, out the window or whatever. It's crazy because I never seen this man. Like, we used to go to the store 24/7. I never seen him taking out no trash. Never seen him walking to the store. None of that. Never seen him until, you know, now. So we was talking to stuff for some months. Like, we was friends for some months. And then he had asked me out. He was like, you want to be, you know, my girlfriend? And I was just telling him, I was like, you know, I like you too on the same level. But my mama is crazy and very overprotective. What she was very overprotective. Like, y'all, oh my goodness. Like, 1 minute she was okay with us having male friends, and the next minute she wasn't. And I understood because she always, you know, told us, like, you know, she wanted to protect us from things that, you know, boys do. So yeah, my mom didn't want us with no boyfriends at all. She only wanted us focused on school. That was it. I was just letting him know, like, you know, my mom very strict. She don't want us with no boyfriends right now, you know. Yeah, so I think we could just be friends for now. And when I told him that, I thought he was just gonna be like, you know, like, get mad. Not saying that like when I told any other boy that they got mad, but, you know, I thought he was gonna get mad or like fall back for me. But he was like, oh yeah, I understand 100%. He was like, that's fine with me. I'll wait for you. I never heard no boy tell me that they will wait for me. Like, I never heard that. I never heard that. I never heard that. And the way he used to treat me is ways that my daddy used to talk to me about boys, like, this how you supposed to be treated, and this how I would want a boy to treat you. So it was like certain stuff he was doing that my daddy had already, you know, spoke to me about. And the crazy thing is, I never told him the conversation I had with my daddy, so that's why it was so, you know, surprising. But yo, when I told him that, he was like, yeah, very understandable, I'll wait for you. So we became, you know, best friends around that time. And, you know, we were just overprotective of each other, this and third. So another year and some change go by, and we were still best friends. We knew each other so well. Crazy thing is, we both was the same zodiac sign, so we acted similar. Both was antisocial. We was into the same stuff like basketball. Very goofy. Like, we just had so much in common. Then we had made it official, but nobody knew. Nobody knew. So we had made it official in the beginning. Like, nobody knew. Everybody thought that, you know, like, we were just best friends. Like, my mama loved him. My siblings loved him. Everybody around me loved him. And the whole time they thinking, like, okay, that's still her best friend. But only person I did tell was my sister across the street. Like, you know, we made it official. And she was like, oh, okay, I'm happy for you, you know, this and third. And he had told Heron, because Heron was like, you know, one of his day ones or whatever. So the whole time thinking only my sister across the street know, whole time Heron know as well. So only 2 people knew that we was talking. So yeah, we had made it official or whatever and got together. And I feel like some people started catching on to it because 1 minute we was going to the same high school, and the next minute he had went to a separate high school. And the high school he had went to was letting out like around like 6, 7 at night. So I been on got home, and I'm already, you know, done took my showers already, done ate, and I'm in the bed finna get ready to go to sleep. And next thing you know, I get a knock at my door. And my mama like, oh, Zaz, for you. I go to the door. He at my door, fresh out of school. I'm talking about something. He done bought me a card, teddy bears, my favorite snacks, my favorite drink. Like, out of nowhere, he was just doing stuff like that. And I'm like, you know, I was so shocked because I wasn't used to it. Like, only my daddy did stuff like that. I swear, only my daddy would, like, just pop up out of nowhere and buy me stuff. So when he did that, I was, like, you know, in shock. I'm like, thank you. And then he started doing, like, more often. Me and my sister would walk to the store, and, like, he'll ask me, like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm finna walk to the store, you know, get me a drink real quick. And he'll be like, I'm finna walk with you because I don't want you walking by yourself. Like, he was just doing different stuff like that. I can say it set higher standards for other boys. So, yeah. And then me and him was like this. Like, I don't know, y'all. Without me saying it, everybody around the neighborhood knew, you know, that was, you know, mine. Because they seen us together every day. Like, you couldn't separate us. Like, you could not separate us. And I remember the first time we got on the phone, y'all, we was on the phone for literally 17 hours. Like, we fell asleep on the phone. The first time getting on the phone ever, we was on the phone for 17 hours. I'll never forget, because I was like, this is the longest I've been on the phone with anybody. So that's pretty much how I met my first love, y'all. Nothing more, nothing less. You know, I just got that good personality, you know. I'm big Zai. And I know y'all tired of me going missing for a good week or two. I know it's been a good 2 weeks since I dropped the video, y'all. But when I tell y'all the first day of school been beating my ass. This schedule that I'm on, somebody better come help me. I'm talking about some, Maya gotta be to school at this time and Lonnie gotta be to school right after her. Lonnie gotta be picked up at this time and Maya gotta be picked up right after her. And it's like, oh my goodness, like the time is just, and it's like once you get them off to school and you come home, it's like the next 2 hours you gotta go pick them up. How fast time just be flying. And donating clothes to the shelter and stuff like that. Once I got all that done, y'all, I clean, I mop. House been ever since. I'm talking about some house been clean ever since. Kids been running around playing. Now I have to sit here and like try to reset myself for this next week that's coming up, because the schedule I gotta do for, you know, the next couple of months, like it ain't no getting out of it. Then y'all, I was supposed to record a get ready with me video for the girls' first day of school, and that morning was just so hectic. Like, we literally was running around like chickens with our head cut off, y'all. Like, it was just so much going on, like literally back to back, and I couldn't record nothing. And then Maya was crying on the first day of school because she thought that she was gonna be going back to the same teacher as last year. So I had to explain to her, like, you in a bigger grade now, you know, you can't have the same teacher. So now I have to get her used to this teacher, get her used to school all over again, because till this day she don't want to go back to school. Then y'all, on the first day of school, Maya had 2 incidents. I know y'all looking like same thing I said. I'm like 12 on the first day of school. I had a missed call with a voicemail saying that Maya got kicked in her face on the playground. Y'all already know I spazzed out because it's the first day of school. Like, how? On the playground already? It's the first day of school. Can we get through the day without it being no issues? I know I'm heated. Till this day, I'm still waiting on the incident report because they still have not sent me no incident report home. I don't care nothing about it being the first day of school. Y'all should have made that incident report and sent it home like y'all said y'all was going to do. The second issue was she came home crying. I asked her why. She told me that the teacher got in her face and yelled at her twice. Not once, but 2 times. So I said, what she yelled at you for? She said the first time she yelled at her because when I had dropped her off to take Lonnie to school, she said that she was crying, and the lady was like, you could stop all that crying, but all I know is that paper better be finished when I... Okay, that's one. I said, what she yelled at you about the second time? She said something about because she had the crayon box on her hand. I don't give a damn if she was playing with the pencils. Do not get in my child's face yelling at her like she a damn dog. Your job is to be a teacher, not her mother. I got that down pack already. Do your job and I'm gonna do mine. I'm not these parents that just send their kids to school just to get them out their face. Because don't sit here and yell at my child. And I know for a fact my child's not disrespectful or a troubled child because I don't even deal with that at home. On the other hand, Lonnie loved her school. Like, she loved school. She have not had a bad day. She haven't had nothing negative to say. Lonnie loves her school. Like I said, y'all, first day of school, hectic. Problems already. The second thing I've been doing, y'all, is do a room makeover for my girls. Like, I don't know what theme to do, y'all. I'm still like, I don't know. But I gotta get new mattresses, see what comforters they want. I don't know what character they want because they don't have by every character. I'm getting 2 new dressers. some LED lights, some new decor that's on their walls, some wall stickers, new rugs. I'm also putting a bookshelf in there. I seen this pretty bookshelf and I got this idea from a lady on TikTok. If I could find her TikTok, I'll put it on the screen. But she made this little bookshelf for her kids to hang their book bags up for when they get in from school. And she used the other like cubes for their school clothes throughout the week. I'm gonna order it and then I'm gonna use the ones for their book bags. I'm using for their book bags, but on the side I'm also put their reading books because they have so many books. And I'm still buying books, so it's like, you know, I need somewhere for these books to go. So it's gonna be like a book bag hanger slash bookshelf. So y'all just gonna see how I'm gonna put that together. I'm gonna, you know, record the whole process for y'all so y'all don't miss out, y'all. But yeah, I just been trying to like what character, what I'm gonna do. If y'all have any ideas, please comment down below, inbox me, because your girl need help. Now I love decorating, but it's like my girls don't have every character in their room, so I'm just like, you know, my girls love anything that's pink and purple. Anything that's pink and purple. And then y'all, I want to make over their bathroom like the same, you know, theme as their bedroom. So I can't wait till that come along, y'all, because I love decorating. So I'm looking for all this stuff, y'all. Like, I need new shower curtains, stickers for their bathroom, rugs, toilet seat cover, trash can, like the whole 9 yards. Yeah, your girl been busy, y'all. I'm talking about been busy. So don't think I ever forgot about y'all, because I didn't. Life just, you know, life right now because I'm getting pulled from every direction. But their room stickers did come in today. So I'm gonna show y'all some of the stuff that I got. So I did get these. These supposed to be like cupcake sprinkles and stuff like that. So you just like put them on the wall how you want them. Which I'm thinking about getting some more because they walls are pretty big. And I don't know if this is gonna be enough. This is 90 pieces. And I also got some rainbow and hearts. This is, does it say? This is 82 pieces. So I don't know. Oh, then y'all, I bought my girls these fans because y'all know it be too hot outside after school. Even in the morning, it be blazing hot. So imagine how hot it is in the afternoon. A little personal fan. And y'all see it goes up to 5. And that's, it sounds pretty strong, don't it? Yeah, I do gotta charge them. Also going back to doing self-defense keychains. So y'all, some of my inventory came today. I'm also looking for another inventory for more self-defense keychains. But these are like the card grabber that's getting added to the self-defense keychains. And I'm like, yeah, stop playing with your girl. Like, so yeah, y'all, I got a bunch of stuff coming for y'all. I just need y'all to bear with me because, like I said, I have so much going on, so much I'm trying to do. But definitely for that room makeover and bathroom makeover, I definitely will be recording that for y'all because why not? It wouldn't be fun if I didn't bring y'all with me. Like, yeah, once I start, you know, getting all my packages and stuff for their room, then I'm gonna let y'all see, you know, everything I got and tell y'all where I got it from, and then we're gonna start on, you know, the girls' room. I also want to do like a little canopy above their bed. So yeah, once I get everything situated, then y'all, I'm gonna show y'all. So yeah, with that being said, that was the end of this video. If y'all have more video ideas for me to do, make sure y'all comment down below. With that being said, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, send to a friend or a family member, and stay tuned for the next video.